Not everyone who smiles at you is a friend. Not everyone who stands beside you wants to see you win. Sometimes the people closest to you carry silent resentment, hidden beneath polite words and forced smiles. They won't tell you directly, but their actions will whisper the truth. The energy around you matters. The company you keep shapes your mindset, your confidence, and your success. But what happens when someone in your circle secretly resents you? How do you recognize the signs before their negativity takes a toll on your life? Today, we're going to uncover the subtle yet powerful signs that someone close to you may not truly have your best interests at heart. Because in order to grow, you must protect your energy and surround yourself with those who genuinely support you. Let's begin. Their actions contradict their words. People can say anything. They can smile, offer compliments, and even act like your biggest supporters. But words are easy. Actions reveal the truth. When someone secretly harbors resentment toward you, their behavior will eventually betray their real feelings. They may never openly express their dislike, but if you pay close attention, you'll notice inconsistencies between what they say and what they actually do. At first, the signs might be subtle. Perhaps they agree with you in conversation, but later act in ways that contradict their words. Maybe they assure you they are happy for your success, yet when the time comes to celebrate, they remain distant or uninterested. They may tell you they respect you, but their behavior reflects the opposite. They interrupt you, dismiss your ideas, or ignore your input in group settings. These contradictions are not coincidences. They are indicators of deeper, unspoken emotions. One of the biggest red flags is passive aggressiveness. Instead of openly addressing issues, they use sarcasm, backhanded compliments, or small jabs disguised as jokes. You might hear things like, "Oh wow, you got lucky with that promotion," or "It must be nice to have free time for the gym." On the surface, these comments may seem harmless, but over time they reveal a pattern of someone who doesn't truly support you. Another key indicator is their body language. The way someone behaves around you physically often reveals more than their words. Do they avoid eye contact when speaking with you? Do they subtly roll their eyes when you share something positive? Do they seem impatient or disinterested when you talk, yet suddenly engaged when the topic shifts away from you? Nonverbal cues can speak louder than words, and if someone's actions show disinterest, frustration, or annoyance when they are around you, it's a sign that their feelings toward you are not as warm as they pretend them to be. Pay attention to how they treat you in public versus in private. Some people will act friendly when others are watching, but treat you differently when no one else is around. They might be polite and engaged in group settings, but distant or dismissive in one-on-one interactions. This shift in behavior is a clear sign that their kindness is performative, not genuine. A person's true feelings often emerge in moments of vulnerability, when they think you're not paying attention or when they assume their words won't come back to you. You might hear from others that they've been making negative remarks behind your back or downplaying your efforts in conversations with mutual friends. If someone's private words about you don't match their public behavior, you need to take note. Now, why does this matter? Because the people around you influence your mindset, your energy, and your confidence. When you constantly interact with someone who secretly dislikes you, it affects you, even if you don't realize it at first. Their small acts of negativity accumulate, and over time you might find yourself questioning your worth, your achievements, or even your direction in life. So, what can you do? The first step is awareness. Recognizing these inconsistencies allows you to protect yourself. You don't have to confront them directly or demand an explanation, but you should adjust your expectations. Stop giving them access to your energy. If someone repeatedly shows you that their words and actions don't align, believe their actions. Surround yourself with people who are genuinely supportive, those whose words and behaviors match, those who uplift you with consistency, not confusion. Because when you remove the weight of hidden resentment from your life, you make room for real connections, real support, and real growth. And that is how you protect your peace. They celebrate your failures, not your successes. A true friend, a true supporter, will stand by your side in both good times and bad. They will celebrate your wins with genuine happiness and lift you up when you face setbacks. But someone who secretly resents you, their reactions tell a different story. Instead of cheering for your success, they remain silent or uninterested. But when you struggle or fail, they suddenly pay attention. Have you ever shared good news only to receive a forced smile, a half-hearted, "that's nice," or even a dismissive response like, "oh, must be nice for you"? This is a sign. When someone truly cares about you, your happiness fuels their happiness. They don't see your success as a threat or competition, but someone who secretly dislikes you, your success reminds them of their own insecurities. It makes them uncomfortable. Instead of celebrating with you, they act indifferent, or worse, they downplay your achievements. You might notice that when you achieve something great, they avoid mentioning it. Maybe you landed a new job, started a business, or reached a personal goal, yet they don't acknowledge it. Instead, they quickly change the subject or bring up something unrelated. They don't want to talk about your progress because, deep down, it bothers them. On the other hand, pay attention to how they react when something goes wrong in your life. Suddenly they are there. Suddenly they are interested. They ask questions, not out of concern, but out of curiosity. They might even disguise their satisfaction as support, saying things like, "I knew that would be tough for you," or "maybe that wasn't the right path anyway." Their words may sound neutral, but their tone and timing reveal everything. Another warning sign is backhanded sympathy. Instead of offering real encouragement, they subtly remind you of your failures. If you fail at something, they bring it up repeatedly, even joking about it in a way that doesn't feel like a joke. "Remember that time you tried starting a business? That was wild." They pretend it's harmless, but their intention is to keep you in a place of doubt. And let's not forget about disguised competition. Instead of being happy for your progress, they respond by trying to one-up you. If you achieve something, they immediately bring up their own success, sometimes exaggerating it. "Oh, you got promoted. That's cool. I remember when I got promoted last year. It was way harder." They shift the focus away from you because they don't want to acknowledge your growth. This behavior is toxic because it creates doubt in your mind. When the people closest to you don't acknowledge your wins, you might start questioning whether they even matter. You might downplay your own achievements, thinking, maybe it's not a big deal. But it is a big deal. You worked for it, you earned it, and you deserve to be celebrated. So, what should you do? First, recognize the pattern. If someone consistently ignores your success but is quick to react when you fail, take note. This is not a supportive person. This is someone who secretly enjoys seeing you struggle. Second, stop seeking validation from them. You don't need their approval to know your worth. Surround yourself with people who genuinely celebrate your victories and lift you up when things get tough. Your energy is valuable. Don't waste it on those who secretly wish for your downfall. Success is not a competition. Real friends want to see you win. And when you find those people, hold on to them, because they are the ones who truly deserve a place in your life. They consistently undermine your confidence. Confidence is one of the most powerful traits you can have. It fuels your ambition, helps you take action, and allows you to believe in your own potential. But what happens when someone close to you constantly chips away at that confidence? Not in an obvious way, but through subtle, consistent remarks that make you doubt yourself? Someone who secretly resents you will rarely attack you outright. Instead, they will use quiet, strategic ways to make you feel smaller, planting seeds of doubt in your mind, making you second-guess your decisions, and slowly eroding your belief in yourself. It often starts with small, seemingly harmless comments. Maybe you're excited about starting something new, a business, a fitness journey, or a creative project. Instead of encouraging you, they respond with doubt. Are you sure that's a good idea? That sounds really difficult. What if it doesn't work out? A lot of people fail at that. You need to be careful. At first, you might think they're just being cautious or looking out for you, but over time you notice a pattern. Every time you express a goal, they respond with skepticism. They don't challenge you in a way that pushes you forward. They challenge you in a way that holds you back. Another way they undermine your confidence is through subtle comparisons. Instead of recognizing your progress, they highlight someone else's achievements in a way that makes you feel behind. Oh, you started working out? That's great. My cousin lost 30 pounds in just 2 months. You got a promotion? That's cool, but did you hear about Sarah? She became a manager in half the time. These statements may seem neutral, but their effect is damaging. They make you feel like no matter what you do, it's never enough. Instead of celebrating your progress, you start focusing on how much further you have to go. One of the most toxic tactics they use is disguised humor. Sarcastic remarks that seem like jokes but carry a deeper message. They might laugh when you share an idea or say something like, "Oh wow, look at you trying to be an entrepreneur. Since when did you become an expert? You doing that? That's hilarious." They brush it off as a joke, but deep down, it stings. It makes you feel like your ambitions are silly, like you're not capable enough. And the more you hear it, the more you start to believe it. Over time, this behavior can be exhausting. Instead of feeling energized by their presence, you feel drained. You hesitate before sharing your dreams because you already know how they will respond. Their words replay in your mind, making you question your path. So how do you deal with it? First, recognize it for what it is. This is not constructive criticism or tough love. It's intentional discouragement. Someone who truly cares about you will challenge you in ways that help you grow, not in ways that make you feel smaller. Second, limit how much influence their words have over you. Their opinions do not define your capabilities. Just because they don't believe in you doesn't mean you shouldn't believe in yourself. Keep moving forward, regardless of their doubts. Surround yourself with people who uplift you. The right people will encourage your growth, remind you of your strengths, and push you to be your best. Your confidence is one of your greatest assets. Never let someone else's resentment take it away from you. They disguise criticism as honest advice. One of the clearest signs that someone secretly harbors resentment toward you is how they give you feedback. There's a difference between constructive criticism and disguised negativity. A real friend or mentor will offer guidance to help you improve. Someone who secretly dislikes you, they hide their criticism under the mask of just being honest or giving advice. But their words are meant to tear you down, not build you up. At first glance, their comments might seem helpful. They might say things like, "I just don't want you to embarrass yourself. I'm only saying this because I care. You're being unrealistic." But listen carefully to their tone and intention. Are they truly offering advice to help you grow? Or are they planting doubt, making you question your abilities and decisions? A supportive person provides feedback with solutions. If they see a weakness, they help you improve. But someone who secretly resents you will point out flaws without offering a way forward. They don't want to see you succeed. They want to make sure you stay exactly where you are. Another red flag is when their so-called advice is always negative. If every piece of feedback you receive from them focuses on what you're doing wrong, without ever acknowledging what you're doing right, this is not guidance, it's subtle sabotage. True support includes encouragement. Even when offering constructive criticism, a real supporter will acknowledge your efforts and potential. You might also notice that their advice is inconsistent. When they give you feedback, it seems more about their emotions than the truth. For example, if you achieve something they didn't expect, they might say, it's okay, but anyone could have done that. I guess you got lucky. But when you struggle, they suddenly become the expert, eager to tell you everything you did wrong. Their criticism is selective. It appears only when it serves their resentment. A more toxic form of disguised criticism is when they use comparison as a way to undermine you. Instead of giving direct advice, they say things like, "You should do what so-and-so did. They were way more successful at it." As I don't know, this doesn't seem like your thing. These comments make you feel small, as if you are always in the shadow of someone else. So, how do you deal with it? First, evaluate whether their criticism is truly constructive. Is it meant to help you grow, or is it designed to make you doubt yourself? If their words always leave you feeling discouraged rather than motivated, it's time to question their intentions. Second, trust yourself. Just because someone presents their opinion as honest advice doesn't mean it's true. Listen to people who genuinely want to see you win, those who challenge you in a way that pushes you forward, not holds you back. Set boundaries. If someone's feedback is consistently negative, you have the right to distance yourself. You don't need to prove yourself to them. Focus on your goals, stay committed to your growth, and surround yourself with voices that inspire you, not those that secretly hope for your downfall. They celebrate your failures more than your successes. One of the most telling signs that someone secretly resents you is how they react to your successes versus your failures. A true friend or supporter will be genuinely happy when you achieve something great, no matter how big or small. But someone who secretly dislikes you, their energy shifts the moment you start winning. They might not openly express their resentment, but their actions speak louder than their words. When you struggle, they seem almost relieved. When you fail, they are quick to comment. When you face setbacks, they offer fake sympathy, disguised as concern. I knew that was going to be tough for you. Maybe this just isn't your thing. See? That's why I tried to warn you. But when you accomplish something, whether it's a promotion, a new opportunity, or personal growth, their reaction is noticeably different. Instead of celebrating with you, they downplay your achievement. They might say, "Oh, that's cool, but it's not a big deal. Anyone could have done that. Well, let's see if you can keep it up." If they do acknowledge your success, it often feels forced or insincere. Maybe they give a quick, emotionless congrats and immediately change the subject. Or worse, they try to shift the focus back to themselves. Instead of recognizing your growth, they suddenly talk about their own accomplishments, turning the moment into a comparison rather than a celebration. Sometimes their negativity is even more subtle. They may not say anything at all. When you achieve something, they go silent. No congratulations, no words of encouragement, just indifference. It's as if your success makes them uncomfortable because deep down, they don't want to see you rise above them. This kind of behavior often stems from insecurity. People who secretly resent you usually feel threatened by your progress. Your growth reminds them of their own stagnation. Instead of using your success as inspiration, they react with jealousy, disguised as indifference or criticism. So how do you handle this? First, don't let their reaction affect your momentum. Their lack of support is not a reflection of your worth. Keep striving, keep growing, and keep winning, whether they acknowledge it or not. Second, pay attention to who truly celebrates you. The people who are happiest for your success are the ones who genuinely care about you. Surround yourself with those who uplift you, not those who secretly hope for your downfall. Remember this: your success does not require their approval. You don't need validation from those who don't want to see you succeed. Keep pushing forward, knowing that every step you take toward greatness is a step away from the negativity that tries to hold you back.